smudges on my thumb, pencils worn down to the nub. Gray dust covers the floor. I draw. I build charcoal clouds across the white page, heavy ink bleeding through. Tales from the sketchbook coming alive. Say something nice, tell me it's worth the time. Say something nice, watch as the colors climb. Painting a place where the sun never sets, filling the gaps in the grid. Ooh, draw it all out. Ooh, acrylic, dripping off the wood, splattered stains on my favorite hood. Bright ink, yellow, green, dragon scales under a lime wash, slipping far away. Hidden maps for a lost king, ancient paths carved in walls from the sketchbook coming alive. Say something nice, tell me it's worth the time. Say something nice, watch as the colors climb. Painting a place where the sun never sets, filling the gaps in the grid. Ooh, draw it all out. Ooh.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning edition of Art and Tales. Thank you so much for dropping in, for stopping by, for giving that place a like, maybe a follow over on the Kick side. I am your host, Maria. And today we're going to be doing some more Fantasy Forest paintings. Because that's what we're doing right now. We're honing the skills. We're getting the hours in to be able to create some really nice background pictures. And yes, I still have in mind doing Darkbriar, which is Dreaming Tabitha's forest for her short story called Thicket of Darkbriar. But in order to do that, we gotta get familiar with some fantasy stuff. I am not as you could say I'm not as versed, but the challenge is on. The duel has been set. The gauntlets have been dropped. So we're going to do it. But first of all, we're going to say hello to a few people in the chat. We got the one and only Dreaming Tabitha over on the Kick side. Good morning to you, madame, mademoiselle, lady, my lady, whatever it is. And over on the YouTube side, we got Logical Sparks. Hi, Maria. Good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. So I have here, as you can see, I have already set the barrier. Not the barrier, sorry. I have already set the pictures that I'm going to be painting today. I got my Hime, I don't know how you pronounce that, I don't know. Let's go with Hime, I guess. Gel gouache, because we're going to be working with gouache, and these are they're actually pretty good. I'm very happy with these. The only thing is that they do tend to dry very quickly if left open. So, but we're going to be doing some painting. Let's see how much I can get done in about an hour and a half ish, which is what I usually do. And so we got our pictures, we got our paints, we got this thing here. These are the dry gouache that they activate with water, so that's why it's, it's I'm really happy with that because obviously you don't waste not, want not. Once acrylics dry, they are gone for good. That does not happen with gouache, fortunately. So we're gonna be doing some stuff today. How's everybody? How are you all this morning? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Oopsies, there goes one of my brushes. That's okay. So let's start with one of the simple ones up here. I hope everybody's having a good day. Everybody's having a good day. We're having a heat wave. And for those of you who don't know, I have lived in South America for several years. So this kind of heat, we got to 37 degrees Celsius. Go check that out on Google if you don't use the Celsius system. It's pretty hot with a feeling of, it felt like 43 degrees yesterday. I was like, okay, respect for this heat, because it is really hot. Like, really hot. All right, so let's start with this one here. We're just gonna go with the darks first, and then I haven't decided where the light is gonna hit, because details, please. So we're just gonna go with a few brush strokes here. We're gonna do one tree at a time, see where that goes. And yeah, yesterday was like a beach day. Oh, by the way, happy belated Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians out there. We had yesterday was definitely a good day for Canada Day. And I heard the fireworks at 10 p.m. I was a little bit far away from them, but I definitely heard them. And I even heard that in the capital of Canada, which is not Toronto, by the way. It's not Toronto. If anybody knows the capital of Canada, you should know. I salute you. It was, they actually suspended the fireworks because of, there was a big storm yesterday. Big storm. Yeah. They didn't do it in my neck of the woods. I heard them. Really good fireworks, but I know that other places did. Okay, what do I want? I want a smaller brush, but I don't want such a small brush. Guess I'll go with this one. So what are you all working on today? I got like 2 things that I gotta work on. Apart from this, I got another one that is in the works. It is a very important commission that that I have been given. So as you can see, this gouache acts like watercolor. So what I'm doing is I'm establishing the background first, and then what I want to do is I want to work the gouache not so much as watercolor, but more of a I don't know, you could say more of a like an acrylic type, but I don't want it shiny, you could say. Yeah, does that sound about right? I'm not sure if that makes sense, but anyway. This is not the green that I wanted, but we'll see where it takes me. So we're experimenting, we're kind of like finding out what I can do. And I mean, this is the only way that you're gonna get good anyway. If you don't try new things, you're not gonna get anywhere. So try out new media, see where it takes you. It's good that you get good at one area, focus, but also don't cut your wings on new things that can work better for you. I mean, experiment, have fun, don't be too harsh on yourself. I don't know. That's just my piece of advice this morning. This is more like a Ghibli studio type of painting. So we're going to let that dry for just a second. I'm going to go for the next one here, down here. Well, the first one, because I said I was going to see how much I can. I'm going to go for a darker color though. So I'm mixing brown with a little bit of black. go. For those of you who are tuning in this morning, thank you so much. I know this is not my regular time, but since I had the time to do it, then this will replace my evening stream. That way you can all enjoy other streams that other people have. I know there's a lot out there. There's a lot of competition, there's a lot of choice, and perhaps you would like to enjoy other people's streams, so it's also... There we go. Now I'm gonna go for a smaller brush, that's for sure. Oh, I do need a little bit more. More water. It could be the paper as well. It's not only the gouache that... So I'm trying to find like a nice middle, a middle ground between acrylic and watercolor, so. I'm also trying to find a nice middle ground of water that I use. I could try another type of paper. You know what? This is cold press watercolor paper, so it does have a more of a rough sensation to it. We could try... I don't have any, but if you are curious, you could try hot press watercolor paper with gouache, as it acts like as it already acts like watercolor. Hot press might be a better option for this type of medium. So, you know, it's all on Amazon. You can get your hot press. The difference between hot press and cold press for watercolor paper is that hot press is it has like the graining is not so thick, so it's definitely a smoother type of paper, and the watercolor just kind of flows more, as opposed to cold press, which is definitely a rougher type of paper. So you could try that. It's all on Amazon. You can look it up if you're interested in painting with gouache, which, like I said, acts like a watercolor if enough water is added to the paint. So this is a cold press. Okay, I want a different type of green for this one here. So I'm gonna go for a grass green. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. There we go. If not, you can enjoy my beautiful baths. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna need new... I'm definitely gonna need new acrylic paintbrushes. What you can do for if you're using a cold press, what I'm doing is I'm making it as if it were watercolor, and then afterwards I'm going to be doing a more... I'm going to be adding more pigment, so it'll look like an acrylic. But that's after I have my first layer done. Just a second here. There we go. Just wanted something a little... Now here's a fun fact, because it works like watercolor. If I add water to the background, it does mix in. So, as in like the brown of the trunk, if I add enough water, it will act as a watercolor, and it will in fact blend in with the green. So that's why I'm very careful as to where I'm placing my brush. Go. Okay. So, oh, there goes another one. Gonna have to get up and pick up those. Let's see here. So, what do I want? I'm gonna go for a... Wait a minute. Did I just use brackish green? Let me see. I did. So, that's grass green. Not brackish, blackish, sorry. My bad. Or is it this one here that I used? No, I used a jaded green, not a blackish green. Did I open the blackish green? I did open it. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go... I'm gonna go with more of a gel-like type. just to go on top of it. I can't go too thick because it won't go on the paper if I have it too black. Oh wait, I'll forget it. Let's see here. Not sure if you can see that, but you know, we were talking about fairies in my last stream, and I told the story of Knockgrafton. And one of my favorite stories, I do have to say. Wish I could say that I have other ones. You're a little quiet. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I am about to... Let me see here. Up you go. Is that better? Let me know in the comments if I'm a little too quiet. Oh, there we go. Someone's dancing. Very cool. Very cool. All right. There we go. So I'm just establishing the background. I would change positions, but... However, oh, we got our first bot of the morning! Good morning, bot. How are ya? There we go. Bye-bye! Bye-bye, bot. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Thank you for eliminating that bot. Alright. That deserved a ducky. So I want a smaller brush now because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a... I think that brush was too thick. Okay, I just picked up my two brushes and none of them, neither of them are useful. That's okay. So I gotta choose where I'm going to... See, that's the problem. I think I filled it too much. But that's how we learn. We live, we learn. You know what? I need yellow. Let's add some yellow to this. See what happens. Just a little bit. Can't seem to get the quality that I want. Looks great on the on screen, by the way, huh? Maybe we should add a little bit more light to it. Let's see if that works. Much better. If you all can see it better. Nothing like natural light, but this'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Let's see here. I'm trying to get some good pigment on it, but at the same time, I want it to look like a leaf. Can't seem to get what I want. Very frustrating. There we go. Yeah, okay. So I can't change the position of the paper because actually I am filming with my cell phone. Finally decided to put my cell phone to use, apart from messaging and whatnot, and a little bit of, you know, other things. I mean, what are cell phones for if not for filming? So I'm filming it, see if I can get some nice videos from there. But from what I'm looking at here, I'm not entirely I'm not entirely convinced that this is gonna look good. Oh well. This is how it is. You live, you learn. Everybody who's dropping in, thank you so much. We got 5 viewers over here on the Kick side. Not sure how many viewers on the YouTube side, but if you like what you see, this is just a very calm art stream. Like what you see, get inspired. You know, leave a like. Perhaps I've earned your follow today over on the Kick side. I'm at 69, which is it's pretty good, you know, considering that I don't stream every day. And over on the YouTube side, I am at 422 subscribers. Gotta find my own way to do these leaves. These people on the internet, like those reels that you see on Pinterest, or it's like they make it look so easy, and it's not that easy. Bro, come on. Why do they make it look so easy? That is to deceive the customer. Anyway, I hope you liked my video that I did on how I painted the fantasy forest over on my YouTube channel. You know what? I wish I could paint with both hands. In fact, you know what? Let's try it. I am not left-handed. I am predominantly right-handed, but right now I'm gonna try painting with both hands. It shouldn't be too hard. I can totally feel the difference. Oh my gosh. Okay. But slowly but surely. Okay. You use your right hand to give your left hand a break? Oh my gosh. I can't do that. Wow. Okay. That's not bad for my left hand. I barely use my left hand for anything. Except for like guitar and my flute. Typically, I use the right hand for less detailed portions of the project. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Hang on a second. I need to connect something here because my battery's going low on something. It's classic. Alright. Let's continue. It's not bad. I'm just using pure primrose yellow. All right, let's do it on the left hand. Oh, let's see the left hand. Oh my gosh, I can. All right, let's see here. I just want. Oh my gosh, even changing, it's so hard. If you're not used to it. All right. This is definitely not Fantasy Forest, but it's a good start. Nice warm up. can do some... There we go. All right. We're gonna add some branches there in the middle. Not sure you can see that, but now it's okay. All right. Okay, let's add some. Nope, too light. Can't see that at all. Hang on a second. Just get my palette knife clean so that I can retrieve. All right, so what do I want? Do I want light tan? I actually can't get to it. Hang on a second. Heyo. There we go. Let's add some water. This is when the gouache is dry, completely dry. You can see that. But it activates with water, so we're gonna add some more water here. And I'm just gonna scrape off the top layer. I always get messy. There we go. All right. So let's see. Just adding some highlights. It's not. Since it's not a gel, if you want to keep everything in a gel, you can buy these little pockets here of gel gouache, or you can buy gouache in a tube. Tube is definitely going to be a lot better if you want to keep it, if you don't mind getting for it to be dry. If you mind it, sorry, if you mind that it's dry, the tube gouache is probably better, but if not, I personally don't care too much. I mean, I care, but I'm not like desperate. So, because I can work with both. As a watercolor artist, both are good. There we go. And it actually mixes in with the with the lighter. So that really, it does give like a nice blend to the tree there. Oh, I like that. I like that tree. I like how it's coming out. Let's add a little bit onto the on this side here. I'll blend it in. I don't want to blend it too much because that gives it texture. And the tree trunks are usually not as perfect and as orderly. Tabitha, we gotta go one day. We really gotta get together one day. Trying my best to get to where you are. Cause we gotta go on a nature walk, girl. We gotta go on a nature walk and we got to, you know, just sit down. Don't talk to each other, just paint. Just paint. I have a book buddy. Bless her soul. Who we've gotten to know each other so well. Yeah, absolutely. We'll paint the gator. What's the problem? I see no problem. Anyway, I got this book buddy that we used to work together, and we had lunch together like every day. So it was hilarious because we got to a point in which we both love books and we both love fantasy books that we would talk to each other for like, I don't know, what was it? What, 15 minutes? Like just to catch up. It's like, hey, yeah, how's it going? How's it going? And yeah, no, I'm good. Like, okay, are you ready? Yeah, did you finish your lunch? Yeah, I'm finished my lunch. Okay, let's read. And we were literally like reading together, and we didn't say anything, and it wasn't a bad it wasn't like a forced thing. It was just like, yeah, it's like we saw each other every day. We loved books, so we're like, yeah, are you ready to read? Yeah, I'm ready to read. What are you reading? Oh, I'm reading this. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna love that. So it was like, okay. And we got to that level of comfort with each other. It's like, yeah, I have nothing to tell you. Do you have something to say to me? No? Okay, let's read. So it was great. It was super great. Hey, Caviteño is in the house. Good day to you, sir. Hope you're having a good day. We got our second bot of the day over on the kick side. Amazing. There are more bots in the morning than they are in the evening. Wonder why that is. Alright, so I'm just kind of highlighting the tree. I like this. I like how it looks. It looks good. I still have to get better definitely at my leaves, but let's go for the second one, okay? And then we're gonna go for a water scene right down here. We finish these two in 50 minutes-ish, so maybe I can get a better brush. Let me just check. Always word of the wise. Oh no. Always word of the wise, never use your watercolor. This could be of use. This one here. This one is also for both acrylic and... I used my watercolor. These are my fine detailed brushes that are for both acrylic and watercolor. Oh my gosh, really, Caviteño? You're kidding. Over on the kick side says, did you see a recent story of a lady that was with her boyfriend in Florida and she noticed bubbles in the water? Sadly, the 13-foot-long alligator injured her fatally that she did not... Oh, I'm so sorry. That's harsh. That's horrible. Yikes. Oh, that's not gonna happen to us. Hopefully. Wouldn't want that to happen to us. Could be kind of sad. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have... It's extremely rare for gators to attack unless provoked. Now... I'm all for the the knife and the firearm. If we do go on those nature walks, Tabitha. All right, so this time, let's see if I can. See if I can do this better. More like. They're more like clumps. Let's see. Let's see if I can have a better... Maybe it was the... You know what? Jinja. Jinja knows what he's doing with gouache. He is the master of gouache, man. I am not going to back down. Never give up, never surrender is my motto. But the first few tries at a new medium are trust the process and enjoy the process. I need to remember that. I need to enjoy this process. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy my process. Happy. We are all very happy. We are happy people. I think this one was a little bit too full of let's see. I don't like this. I don't like what it's looking like. It's just that I'm doing this by memory. Memory, turn your face to the moon. Oh, there you go. You didn't have to redeem, and I sang for you all a nice karaoke. Use the Bob Ross method. Happy trees. Okay. So what, like, I have to be like happy trees as in add like a happy face somewhere? Can't see myself doing that. Unless I'm doing tree beard. She took a risk by putting herself in harm's way. Gators got a gator. Yep. It's true. That's something that people should understand also. It's like, nature's nature. You put yourself in harm's way, well, that's on you. It's kind of not the gator's fault. It's just surviving. They what? Oh no, really? But the gator did not. The gator was doing its thing, man. Okay. Well, I don't want to make it too busy. Let's see here. Which is criminal. Which I think is criminal. I hate the woman lost her life, but she decided to swim in gator water. Well, that is kind of true. But there are no signs that it was like gator water? Very sad. Let's do it like this. Let's see. Let's see with this one here. It's Florida. If the water is wet, you assume there's a gator. Oh, okay. I think Bob meant green color foliage by happy. Oh, okay. Got it. Duly noted. Happy trees. Happy trees. All right, let's see happy trees. But yes, signs everywhere. There's water. Okay. Okay, well, at least you're forewarned. Now, is that on the beach? Because if it's on the beach, then I don't know, girl. It'd be very sad. So I'm just kind of blending that. Oh, it was a river. Oh, okay. So you see, I don't really like river water or lake water for that matter. If there are no gators, I will go into the water, but I would prefer the beach. Like, salt water for me is the best. So... you know what? I'm gonna try something different. Let's see here. The gators are on the beaches too sometimes. Yeah, but gators are freshwater, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna do something here that maybe I may mess it up. Like I may. Sometimes sharks swim up the rivers a bit too. Okay. Well, you know what? You gotta learn how to live with it. Would carrying a sacrificial rotisserie chicken help one's survival? That's a good question, you know? It's a very good question. Would it? Or would it not? Trying something different. It's very upside down here. Oh, well, no, I've known sharks going up the rivers too. They can't last long because they're saltwater, but it's not unheard of. So I'm pretty, you know, trying to get this right. I'm wondering, just wondering, how many times do these people, like, on the reels that they make, these beautiful things, how many times have they done the same painting? I'm just wondering, because how can they get so good with just one painting? I'm starting to think that it's like they definitely have done the same painting several times, or at least 2 or 3 times. Come on. And then they go on and film themselves so that they can produce their content, which is great content. I mean, kudos to them, really. Kudos to them. But I suggest that we paint those gators. Make them famous. Even more famous than they already are, probably. Because they're already famous, those gators down in Florida. So we don't have gators here? In my neck of the woods? Wow! Amazing! So many bots over on the YouTube side. It's crazy. I mean, on the Kick side, sorry. Happy trees. Happy trees. Never had so many bots in a while. Oh, okay. Anyone? Everyone who has just tuned in, thank you so much. This is an art stream. This is Art and Tales. I am Maria, and I am here trying my hand at gouache, trying to create a fantasy forest trees. I will in just a second. I will show you my fantasy. No, I'm not liking this one. I like the previous one a little bit more. But you know what? And you know why I don't like it? Because I don't have darkness. That's what's going on. That's what it is. Let's see if I can fix it, but if not... All right. It's very flat because we don't have the shadows. So we are live both on Kick and on YouTube. You know what? One day I hope to be I know my stream is is more of a calm stream, but one day I would really like to be on the front page of Kick. You never know. I don't know how you know when you're on the front page, but you know, be really cool. It's just like one time. One can dream. Who knows? It's when gross weirdos showed up in abundance. Lol. Fair enough. Okay. It's true. It's facts. Now, I don't know how long they would stay anyway, because my stream is just a nice, calm stream, so. But anyway, I really like the people who are joining us. Thank you so much. You are the best. You's the best! You's the best. We are 1 hour in to our stream. Oh, now that's another thing that I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Underneath here is actually darker. Ha ha ha. Hey, I'm liking what I'm... Okay, I like much better what I'm seeing. I'm definitely going to go over that. But, yes, yes. These are coming along. What I do need is... How stiff is this thing? That's pretty stiff. So let's just... Did I use oil with it? It's so stiff. Looks like I'm gonna have to give this a good wash. So stiff. So weird. Anyway. I digress. I digress. underneath here is also the canopy. Down here, down here. It's okay. I will fix this. I promise I will fix it. All right. I actually like that green. In fact, I like it so much that I think I'm gonna put it underneath. Yeah, this needs a good... That needs a good scrubbing. Okay, I found my favorite brush for the leaves, at least. I like those brushes. Very nice. This is a great chill and calm stream because pop culture and real world events are insane. We'll be happy once the Odyssey storm passes. Is it out now? Ugh, I am so out of it. I didn't know it was out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna watch it. No, I got better things to do with my time. I got books to read. I got pictures to paint. I got crochet dolls to finish. It's like the crochet doll that I have in the works. If you know, you know. So now, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. I want my yellow green a little bit more of yellow green. Okay, I need something different. Wait a minute, maybe I have something a little bit more. Hang on a second. Let's try this screen. Activate it with some water because it is... Okay. Not yet. New trailer came out yesterday. Oh, it does not have the confidence and quality. Okay. Well, you know. Okay, that's why. I remember a long time ago that there was a movie of Homer's Odyssey, like a really long time ago. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was rated R, but it was definitely like it was pretty I gotta say, it's pretty epic. There's this famous actress, yeah, so famous that I remember, who played Calixto, and she was gorgeous. Afro-American, but she was so beautiful because that's the whole point. Was it Calixto who she did it? I don't remember, but I just remember that there was this African-American woman who was casted, and she was stunning. She was so beautiful. And she did a great job. Oh, it's Stunning and Brave Megatron! Happy Canada Day, my good man. I hope you had a good time over in your neck of the woods. I mean, belated, but yes. Okay, here comes the part. Okay, now comes the left hand. Okay, but I gotta load correctly my gotta load it correctly because I want this to be done correctly. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Working with my left hand is not easy. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. It was Canada. You forgot it was Canada Day yesterday. Okay. Well, that's okay. We forgive you. Well, you didn't hear the fireworks over there on your side? Come on. No fireworks? Nothing? I passed out before the fireworks start. Okay, fair enough. All right. You're entitled to do that. That's fine. Okay, what I do need is from underneath here, gotta add some depth to this bottom part of the tree here. Turn the grass green here. Gonna gonna add some of this green here. Too much water. I added too much water. There we go. I need darker greens. But I don't want it blue. I don't want blue greens. I just want darker greens. Kind of like an olive. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get... How are your dinos? Megatron. For those of you who don't know, Megatron over on the YouTube side has his own YouTube channel. As does my good friend Treeving Tabitha, both on Kick and on YouTube. And he not only does art, dioramas, but he also has a dino zoo? Correct me if I'm wrong. He has a dino zoo there, in which he is creating like a Jurassic Park, I think it is. And he's, you know, he has mommy dinos and baby dinos and papa dinos. So go check that out. If you like dinos, you can definitely relate to Jurassic World game. There you go. Wow, this has taken me a long time to really get to where I want to. Gotta work on that. I want to make it faster. For some reason, I can't get it. I know art takes its time, but also I gotta bear in mind or keep in mind like the time that I spend, because that's how much I'm gonna charge, man. By the hour. Not for you guys here on the streams, obviously, because I like you guys. Streams are free. Unless you want to collaborate with the artist, and for $5 you can earn a subscription over there on the Kick side. And I'm not really sure. I don't think on the YouTube side my coffee is coming up, but the and I believe in the description below you can find all my links. If you want to support the channel, you can do so there. I would also say that if you want, you wish, you know, for a very, very low price, I can teach you how to wittily insult your friends. Haven't heard that one, hey? I found ways to insult your friends on... Well, you can find everything on the internet. 200 ways of how to insult your friends without knowing that you have insulted them. Any ideas you're at subscribers or watch hours to get monetized? Oh, Caviteño, I am so far. With regards to subscribers over on the YouTube side, I am at 422 subscribers. And I have been for several months already. Watch hours are very, very low. And over on the Kick side, I have 69 followers. But I can't get subscriptions from there, so that's... Alright, so I like what I'm doing. I like what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go for the trunk now. So I'm pretty far away from all that. It's fine. It's all good. No, I don't want this one. So I am... And remember, Caviteño, that I don't stream every day. Because I don't have the time to do so. So yeah. It's fine. I'm still fairly far away. But thank you for asking. Hey. Oopsies. There we go. Well, if you want to help the channel, you can always tweet this out for people to find. Saying, hey, Maria's online. Maria is streaming some beautiful things that you may want to look at. Maybe you can learn a little bit about, you know, painting with gouache or just hang out with us, you know. You can definitely do that. That'll definitely help the channel. So I'm thinking of Darkbriar right now. When I heard the name Darkbriar, I immediately thought roses and magentas and pinks for some reason. Well, I guess because of the roses. So I don't know if I'm gonna go through that. I have to say that pink is my favorite color. I don't know if I'm gonna go through that route, but at least I know that like it's that palette that just, you know. See, sorry, I hit the mic. Add a little bit more light to this. I definitely found my favorite brush for this. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Ghibli Studio vibe. I like Ghibli Studio. I recently saw Spirited Away. I'd never seen it. I watched it with a friend who loves Ghibli Studios, so. I need to watch Princess Mononoke. Oh, hi, Saw. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I'm working on honing my skills at gouache and fantasy forests. We're coming up on the... Oh my gosh, it's already 1 hour and a half already into the stream. Let me just check on something. Okay, I think I'm... So I think I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna add just a few more details, and then we're gonna do the last one here, down here, and then we'll call it a day. There we go. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I can definitely see it. There it is. Have you on the gym? Wow, okay. All right. That's a new one for me. I've never been an inspiration to do, Well, thank you for that definitely helps with the watch hours. Thank you so much. All right. Here's a question for you all. If you can answer, obviously, because if you're not otherwise engaged. What is your music that gets you pumped up at the gym? I have mine, definitely. But I'm curious as to which one is yours. I just realized it's only Thursday. Really? Tabitha! Okay. Malede? Posted it. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Capitano. That always helps. Like, what gets you started off is like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get pumped up. This is my song that I get pumped up. I have to say, the song that pumps me up. The song that pumps me up at the gym. Well, I don't go to the gym, but when I exercise is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's what I use. It's like, okay, I need to get pumped up for my workout. Oh, you thought it was Saturday. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm done with the tree. I'm gonna leave it there. It's not completely done, but it's definitely much better than it was before. But yeah, amazingly enough, the song that pumps me up is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Which Power Ranger do you channel? No, I channel Pink Ranger always. So much so that a really, really good friend of mine, colleague and great artist, he's theater. He always calls me Pink Ranger. When he messages me, he's like, "What's up, Pink Ranger? What's up?" So I've always been a Pink Ranger. Again, like I said, pink is my favorite color. What can I say? Oh, you don't listen to music at the gym? Okay, fair enough. I like the treadmill. Personally, I really like the treadmill. Because it's just like so nice to you know what? I'm gonna need a new palette because I want to keep these greens, but I don't have space on my watercolor palette. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna get another palette. Just a second. Is there a purple ranger? Not that I know of. I know there's a green ranger, white ranger. But then there's the red, blue, black, pink, and yellow. So that's just to get me started on, like, on the treadmill. Then I have my own, like, running club playlist on my Spotify that I always, that's my go-to because it just keeps me running. But I like doing deadlift and bench press. Okay, fair enough. That's good. That's really good. Good morning, Maria. Did you hear about the alligator who told lies? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. This needs to be told properly. My first dad joke of the stream. Oh, I missed something. Well, anyway, let's go first to... Good morning, Maria. Did you hear about the alligator who told lies? It was always loaded with crook. Dad joke! K-pop demon hunters and recently What's Going On by Four Blondes. Oh. Okay. But it was Saturday. Alright, so... K-pop demon hunter. Alright, so now we're going to do this one here. We're going to go with a different palette now because we're going to go with blues, whites, and then afterwards we're going to go... Okay, so we're going to try something different here. Because you know what? In a fantasy forest, we have to have rivers and creeks, especially creeks. So, just so you know, this is the palette. I'm going to be using some powder blue, sky blue, and I already have ultramarine blue. There is a violet and a purple ranger. Oh, okay. Cute. Powder blue. No, not sky blue. I don't want that blue. Acid blue. Is it open? No. Is cobalt blue open? It is open. Cobalt blue. And then ultramarine blue is all... Okay. Alright. Okay, so... We got some cobalt blue action here. Where's my palette? Here's my palette. So cobalt blue is kind of like a very... It's a cold type of blue because amazingly enough, blue is a cold color in general, but there are blues that are actually warm. Warm colors. Oh, there goes my... I hope I didn't paint myself. I have my apron on, but who knows? That's cobalt blue. We're gonna definitely need white. I have my super dry titanium white. Ugh. It's okay. I got this. I got this. So we're going to just add some water there. This is like super dry titanium white, but that's okay. You know what I could do if I wanted to regain this? Some distilled water and just let it soak and then mash it up. That's a good way. Oh, there's my stream elements. I finally decided to show up on the YouTube side. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Oh my gosh, it's already almost 12. I was only thinking of doing an hour and a half, as always. but I really want to finish. Okay, this is not going to get me anywhere, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the brush. Just dip it in there. But I want... No. No. I'm looking for a flat brush. I know I had a flat brush somewhere. Ah, here it is. Nice flat brush. Alright. If you can't beat them, join them. I just added a whole bunch of water and... But I want it a little bit warmer, so I do have my ultramarine blue here. Maybe that will... Let's see if this will... I'm gonna have to open the acid blue. So this is the acid blue here, and I'm just gonna open it a tiny little bit on the side here, so that, because I don't want it to dry. I like this jelly type. Alright, so here we go. Feels like 100. How much is that in Celsius? That's better. Alright, here we go. Yep, the acid blue is definitely like a phthalo blue, which is what I was looking for. Oh man, okay. Ah, I already painted myself. Great. It's just that I'm struggling with the mic. That is there. Note to self, if ever I get using wash in those containers, do not eat chicken. Similar, yeah. That is very important. I highly suggest it. That's very good advice. Capitano, try not to eat chicken so that you won't get okay, this mic is really getting in my way. Like literally getting in my way. Don't worry. I'm gonna add some white. 38 degrees. That's crazy. We had that yesterday. Needless to say, I didn't go out. So that's really nice if you're at the beach, that temperature. This is definitely far from what I was thinking, but that's okay. You know what? Let's play around with this. Hoppa. I need to start saying my mantra. It doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. This is just a game. We're playing. Sort of. Maybe. A little bit. Alright, we need more yet. We need some white action here. Alright, here we go. There we go. Okay, I like that. Not bad. Not what I was looking for, but hey. That's nice. That's a really nice blend right there. Just gonna wait for it to dry, and while we're waiting for it to dry, I'm gonna create my gray. I'm gonna create my gray here. Oh, why do I hit myself? Shouldn't hit myself. It's bad. There we go. Those of you who are just tuning into the channel, welcome to Art and Tales. Those of you who have been here for the past almost 2 hours, congratulations, you made it. Thank you so much for sticking around while I try to work my way with gouache and whatnot. There we go. For those of you who are at work, hey, you're looking at maybe this will inspire you to work better, you know. For those of you who are at the gym, you can do it. I believe in you. And for those of you who are doing art with me, I hope this inspires you. I do really hope that the muse visits you. Because we all know that we don't, as artists, when the muse visits, we need to take advantage of that visit. By the way, Tabitha, did you end up doing, did you end up painting that day? I think it was a Monday? Yeah, it was Monday that I joined you on the brush hour. I'm doing a little bit bigger because I want the boulder to go a little bit further. And I'm gonna add another boulder here. And I think I'm gonna add a few more here. This is the quality that I want. This is what I was looking for. There we go. Oh, hey, Creatorverse. Just hopping on to say good morning, Maria, and that's some excellent work. Oh, thank you. Actually, that's not the sky. It's a river, but that's okay. I haven't finished. I'm still working on it. I haven't finished, so it could be the sky. Although it could be, you know, that these are floating stones in the sky. Wouldn't be. There we go. Wouldn't be a bad idea. To be fair, I'm hopping in later. Just paid the bills and getting back into animation. Okay. Well, thank you for dropping by. No, that's okay. What I do want to do is some white and cobalt blue. Okay. Thank you so much. Helps with the watch hours. Okay, this is where I need. Give us a story. Give us a story. Okay. Did you know that underneath the rocks of rivers actually live the Nidrats? I think it's called their Nidrats. Water. The water fairies. And they only came out during the night. So, but there was this one who, I guess you could say she was kind of like the Little Mermaid. So curious of the world. She would pop up every time that she saw something that was not, no, that wasn't the stars that reflected underneath. Please. I'm giving you a story. It's based off of this. Unless you want, no. Let's see. Well, I like the way that this story is going, but let's see here. Let me think of a story that I am the one. The water reminds me of a funny story from my training in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Jump in a stream that I jumped into a stream I thought was shallow after some taller guy I did. Unfortunately, I end up swimming. Let's see here. I'm thinking of I'm trying to think of a story that you would all like. Well, you all like my stories. It's like, what would happen? I think you've heard the story of have you heard of the story of soul cages? Well, you Tabitha, you have. I know you have. Soul cages, no, is the story of the merfolk. Since we're working on rivers here. And there was once, you know, a fisherman who, for everything in the world, he wanted to see the merfolk because his father had worked as a fisherman and he had met the merfolk. And so did his grandfather. I don't think I'm going to finish it today, the story, so you're going to have to wait until the next time to listen. Don't remember. Tell us again, precious. Now, he really wanted to see the merfolk. And he would, he thought he saw them, but every time he tried to get close, for some reason, he ended up seeing a shadow. Now, this man not only was a fisherman, but he was also a scavenger. Because every time there was a storm that broke out, and the ships would not make it to shore, he would pick up all the things that would come up off the shore. So one day he was on his boat, and he thought he saw a merfolk. So, and it was inside a cave. So he went in, and lo and behold, he saw on a rock something that looked humanoid, but had a really long tail. And wasn't exactly the mermaids he thought that he would see. Because in fact it was a mermaid. But he had long, he had a very, very long tail coming out. He had, his feet were webbed, long legs. His hair was green and matted, heavily built because because of all the water. And he turned around, the merman turned around and saw the fisherman. And all of a sudden, he leapt into the ocean. Now hang on a second, because painting and telling a story at the same time is not easy. Not that I'm complaining. But the fisherman knew what he saw, and he was very happy. He vowed that he would go back again after a few weeks to see if he could find the merman again. So he did. After a few weeks, there was another big storm, and the fisherman went out to see what he can scavenge, and he took his boat to the cave where he first saw the merman. And this time, he came in very, very slowly, so as not to scare him. And as he approached, the merman turned around. And he smiled. And when he smiled, he had this big, long teeth. And this time, curiously, the merman had on his head a red tricorn hat. he turned around and saw the fisherman. And he greeted the fisherman, who went up very, very slowly, all the way up to him. "Good day, Jack," he said. "You know my name." "Oh, yes, Jack, of course I know your name." "Why, I knew your grandfather's name, and your father's name. Good men they were. And I know you are named Jack, just as they are." And it was true. He was named Jack. Said, "You knew my grandfather." "I knew. He said that he knew of him." "Oh, he was a great man," said the merman. "But are you as great a man as he was?" "I should hope so," said Jack. "Well then, if you come back another day, we can chat a little bit more, and I can tell you stories of your grandfather and when we were together, and of your father." And Jack would have liked that. So he promised he would come back another day. And the merman grinned with his long teeth and said, "Good day to you, Jack." "A good day." And Jack went back to his house very, very happy. And when his wife saw him, "Well, why are you so happy?" He's like, "No, nothing. We just got a very good haul today." So a few weeks later, after another storm, Jack went out to the cave, and this time the merman brought 2 tricorn hats with him. He said, "Jack, good to see you. You know what? Would you like to come visit me in my cave?" "Oh, well, I would love to," said Jack. "Well then, hop on. I brought here one of my tricorn hats that will lend you, that will help you get to where I live. Are you ready?" And Jack tied his boat inside the cave because he was hoping to come back. He said, "I'm ready." He was ready as life could be because he really wanted to see this place, that his father had gone and his grandfather had gone. Tabitha has sent skull emojis. No, he was not going to die, if that's what you meant. For the tricorn hat had magical powers, as you can imagine. Not liking this. I'm going to go for another type of brush. So he went. He put on the tricorn hat, and the merman said, "Now, take my tail, and don't let go. And whatever you do, do not take off that hat." Oh, so Jack, the fisherman, slammed on that hat as hard as he could, grabbed onto the tail of the merman, and the merman jumped and went into the water. And amazingly enough, the water was not as cold as it usually is, because I don't know if you know, but seawater tends to be a little bit colder than normal water. And he could actually breathe underwater. And breathe he did. A sigh of relief, because obviously he was very worried that being in the water, he was not going to survive. And yet there he was. And down, down, down they went as a bullet underneath the water. Now, Jack didn't know how long he went. It's just that he went a very long time. Until finally, Jack could see far away a cottage underneath the water, but it was inside a bubble. And as they shot through, they went right inside the bubble, and splash! It was filled with air. And they landed on their feet, hard on their feet, but they landed. And Jack let go of the tail of the merman and gave back the tricorn hat. The merman took it into his claws and then walked all the way in, motioning Jack to come in with him. He's like, oh, well, come on in, Jack. I mean, you're already here. So Jack silently went in. And inside, it was actually very cozy. Very, very cozy. And he saw, different rooms. Sorry. He saw different rooms. And in one of them was actually a kitchen. And the merman wasn't alone. There were there were younger mermen who were cooking. And he said, oh, are you expecting someone? I hope I'm not intruding. Oh, no, Jack, of course not. I was actually expecting you, he said. Oh, me? Yes, Jack. I've been keeping away to see how you were, if you were just like your grandfather and your father before you. And now that I have seen him that you are, I was expecting you. Oh, well, thank you kindly, said Jack. And so the merman invited him to dinner. It was a great dinner, full of seafood. And the merman took out a brandy that was like none other. And when Jack asked where he got it, he's like, oh, well, it was washed up. But I'd love you to see my treasures, Jack, just like your father and your grandfather did. Like, okay, yes, I'd love to see them, said Jack. But you must promise me, Jack, that you will not touch them. Oh, yes, you have my word, said Jack. He didn't want to spoil his opportunity. So Jack and the merman started to look around, and Jack saw amazing things there. And then the merman turned around and said, Jack, but do you know what the most impressive of my collections are? My precious collection? He said, come with me. And so Jack went. And inside there was another room. There were many, many lobster cages. And I don't know if you've ever seen a lobster cage, but they're very curious things. And they were all over the walls and on the floor, neatly piled. And the merman looked around and said, Jack, this is my most treasured possessions. He said, lobster cages. Yes, said the merman. Not just any lobster cage, no. These are special. Well, why are they special? Said, his curiosity getting the better of him. These are actually cages for souls. At that moment, Jack froze. Souls, he said. But yes, Jack. These are the souls of the people, of the sailors, that have gone down with the ships. You see, Jack, every night, every time there's a storm, these poor souls, well, they get stranded. And so I go up. Every time that I see a man that is floating, I can see his soul just about to leave, and so I capture that soul, and then I keep them here for safekeeping, for guarding. Jack was frozen as you probably are also frozen. The merman collected souls of the dead soldiers, of the dead sailormen, of whoever was out there caught in the storm and was washed up. Will you ever set them free? Well, no, Jack. Well, they're nice and cozy here. Why would I want to do that? Oh. Jack swallowed hard. And so, you know, the merman started to talk about his precious souls that were locked up in cages, in lobster cages. And then Jack vowed at that moment that he would do something about this. What he would do, he didn't know. He didn't know what he would do at that moment, but he needed to let those souls free. So Jack went back with the merman, had a wonderful dinner, drank the brandy, and then finally it was time for Jack to leave. So the merman gave him this tricorn hat and said, "You know what, Jack? You are just like your father and your grandfather. Though your grandfather knew how to drink, your father did not know how to drink. He always had some problems. So, well, whenever you want to come back, Jack, you just come back and we'll have a drink and we'll talk." But Jack knew that he would come back for only one thing. How he would do it, he didn't know, but he would try. And as he was walking out of the cabin, he thought, well, how am I supposed to go out? And the merman said, "Oh, don't worry about it. My tricorn hat, once you touch the top of this bubble, at any point, you will be taken up." And so Jack thanked the hospitality of the merman, promised that he would come back, and then rammed on the tricorn hat, jumped up and touched the bubble that was covering the entire place. And up he went, shooting up like a bullet. And while he was doing that, a plan began to form into his head of how he would save those poor soldiers, those poor sailormen. He went back, walking very slowly. He kept the tricorn hat, as the merman said that he would come back. If he wanted to come back. He walked slowly to his house. His plan becoming more and more solid. But you know what will happen? You'll know in the next Art and Tales. Because right now, it is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much to everybody who's been joining me. I am going to leave it here because, first of all, life is asking me to come back. Real life, you know how it is. And then second of all, I want to keep you on the hook as to how Jack is going to rescue the souls of those sailors that are encased in those lobster cages down underneath the water in the merman's house. I was just getting into draw. And that's it. That's how it is, Tabitha. Anyway, thank you so much. What do I have coming up? Nothing much. Just keep your eyes peeled to just keep your eyes peeled to when I'm going to be streaming. I don't have a fixed schedule, but I am going to be starting to stream a little bit more in the mornings now that I have a little bit more time. So with that, thank you so much for dropping in, for sticking around. We have been streaming for about 2.5 hours. That is a very long stream for me. I usually go for an hour and a half, but you all deserve it. So thank you so much. And yeah, that's it for me. Peace out, everybody.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.